Hello, this is Joe Glines, and I do have some macros that normally I would use, but I realized this syntax that I use for flagging strings is very useful on its own. Now I have macros that do a little more coding than this, but sometimes you just want to do a real quick search and see if there's a certain text in your variable, and so this here, now I've set this up already to say the variable I'm going to look at is the job responsibilities other, and it's my open end. So this is the right end. And notice what's pretty nice here is you can see in my data set that there's upper and lower case. In my syntax, though, I've told it to first uppercase this variable temporarily, so it doesn't actually change the variable, right? But the comparison we made uppercase. And then I also say whatever I write in here, because sometimes I'm lazy and I forget to uppercase, it will automatically uppercase it for me. And then it basically says, hey, if you find this COMM, that's what this, if the index is greater than 0, which just basically means if it finds it anywhere, finds one case of it, create this variable called com and make it equal 1. So let me show you an example here. It's going to go through and look for COMM, and so you can see them communications right in various spots. So I'm going to highlight it and run it. Oh, and I got to run my pending transformations. And it looks like they're all here at the bottom. I must have sorted it already, but isn't that handy? So let me see if I can scroll down here a little bit. Alright, so you can see it found all of these COMMs, right, and they were all here together. But let's say I had wanted to do marketing, right? I would come back to this. Oh, it looks like I had already set this up for sales. So let's just create, and I'm going to create a new variable called sales. And I don't know how many are in here that are sales. Let's see what that pulls up. So there's only, it looks like there's only sales once. Now, of course, if they had actually, if I'd put in sale and it was sales, it would not have found that. So, of course, fuzzy matching in strings is never fun, always problematic, but it is pretty quick and easy to be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to look for marketing, and that's close enough, where it's going to differentiate itself. Copy that, run it, and it looks like there's only one marketing. So I don't see a lot of other commonalities. Normally what I would do in my other macro is I keep going through and I find the common words and I sort them so I can see the ones that haven't been coded yet. And there's nothing else jumping out at me that are the obvious things. And I'd say, oh, you know what, like communications, I might want to make a variable called communications. And they did something in communications. But anyway, it's this syntax right here that is very, very helpful as far as searching through your text and creating a new variable based on, and of course this one is arbitrary, right? I could have said make this equal to 0. Oop, if I could type 0, and let me clear out these guys, all of them, just to clear them out. And now when and now of course I can run more than one. I will run both of these. So it made marketing equal to 0, right? And I could have also had this also come in here and say communication equals 3, or alright, 4. Who cares? And I'll go delete both of these just so you can make sure you're following, and run it. And so notice it's in the same variable now. This is a 4, so of course this would be communications, this would be other category or something like that, and I would be recoding it. Or maybe I want to dump it right back into, because I had a categorical variable on what they had chosen from. And I could have easily just put this right back in there and said, actually, basically I'm computing a recode, but it's a softer recode because it's doing a fuzzy match on just some of the strings. That's it. Thanks.